Good morning, afternoon, and evening, BQN hosts and listeners. I am Amy Nelson, host of All Good Things, Galaxy Class, Union Federation, and today, the Hive Mind. For our listeners out there who don't know, the Hive Mind is our monthly roundtable discussion featuring some of your favorite BQN hosts and Patreon supporters. You too can join the discussion by logging on to patreon.com/BQN and pledging your support of $10 or more. Today, we have with us host of Galaxy Class, Joe Keegan. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Amy. One mimosa else.
I know. Who started drinking? This is all your fault because in the future, I'm drinking wine with you.
But that's the way to live life.
Yes.
Wine apparently red wine specifically is apparently heart healthy. So I think if you drink like a bottle an hour, you should live forever.
Right.
Potentially. Don't know how scientifically accurate that is, but
yeah, I don't know.
Always try it. Test out and see how far you get.
So, Joe, we have someone who we know very well, Trivia with Jim McMahon. Hello, Jim.
Hello.
How are you?
It's good to be here.
Jim, I think that you have been on every roundtable of BQN. Is this true?
I honestly don't know, but if it is, glad to take credit.
Yes, it is true. So thank you.
Let's just make it. This is a true fact.
Yes,
Jim has
is.
been on every roundtable on BQN, and Jim will get a special accolade.
Absolutely.
Of something. I don't know what it is.
So we do have new
people
here. Matt Harker. Hello, Matt.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to see your face.
Absolutely.
It's usually just comments on the BQN Collective.
I think Matt might have been on the previous one.
I was on the last one.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you were.
Amy.
Yes. Oh.
Okay. For shame.
Who is hosting
those mimosas?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, now for sure, new to the Hive Mind, Vera Bible. Hello, Vera.
Hi, everyone. Great to be here.
Oh my gosh, Vera. It is so fabulous that you're here. I've sort of have been hounding you. I'm like, Vera, can you come this month? Vera, are you coming?
I know when you said, I think it was you that said something about like switching the day. And I was like, no, I'm going to make it work.
Yes, because we like talking to our listeners and patrons of the network. You guys, have you been following Trek Talks? This is the second year. It is an online charity event to raise funds for Hollywood Food Coalition. Wanted to give a shout out to them. They are going on right now. It's like an all-day event.
I've
Jim,
got it on my TV.
I know that, yes, you've been watching. So tell us some highlights or what have you seen that's noteworthy?
Well, I liked the Anthony Montgomery interview and him talking about his, I'll just say, troubled childhood and leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a book. He's writing a book.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. Although I was a little troubled by the fact they didn't say what the title was or even hint at when it might come out.
Yeah, we'll just have to really pay attention to Anthony Montgomery. But one thing that he did say that I thought was just so interesting, because he was talking to Billingsley and was like, you guys know Travis Mayweather. You don't know Anthony Montgomery. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty deep. And so, yeah, I am very interested.
I like that how he was talking to him and to John Billingsley and one of the Sci-Fi sisters, who was technically supposed to be the host of the interview, and he said like Billingsley knows John Billingsley knows. I think these words were John Billingsley knows Anthony, the Sci-Fi sister whose name I don't remember knows Travis. I liked that comparison.
Yeah. And the other one that I saw before jumping on here was it Brandon Braca?
Yeah. He was being interviewed by the Mission Log, the Orville host, Mike Richards and Jessica Linverdi.
For the Orville. Yeah.
I did hear, I just caught it for a few minutes, that Oh gosh, which Roddenberry is it?
Eugene.
Was it Eugene
Rod?
who was on?
Yeah, Rod is
Ron. That's
the
right.
son. Yeah.
He's matching up to $50,000 in donations, which is awesome.
And they're at 17.7 right now.
Okay, so one thing, they've got that on the TV, or listeners,
That
it's
doesn't
on
include,
YouTube.
yeah, that
but-
doesn't include like the extra generous donations that they mentioned.
Yeah, because there's like $4,000 more that's a check is coming in the mail. I don't know who.
Yeah, it was like
check.
3,000 from Shuttle Pod Show and an extra $1,000 and an extra $1,000 that is coming in a check form.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
So remind me again, I've not heard of any of this at all, what you're talking about. This is a charity for homeless in LA, Hollywood area.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that whole LA area. It's pretty interesting. The Hollywood Food Coalition, they what do they say? The underserved food.
Well,
like
if
you
there's a
just don't
food
have enough
desert-
for.
Like
Yeah.
they help. They're the umbrella organization providing food for a lot of other charity organizations, and they also do community outreach themselves for like the homeless population in Los Angeles, which is one of the biggest homeless populations in North America, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's going till 9:00 Eastern tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sort of all day. So good.
And I'm impressed by some of the guests they got. Like they got Bakula. He never does anything anymore.
Right. I know. Crazy. It's good. Good. And it's on YouTube, so you can go back and watch. They'll take your money
someone is
anytime.
interviewing
So
John Delancey right now.
oh, John Delancey's on right now. Woo. Very good. All right, guys. Well, listen, we just finished up Prodigy, all 20 episodes of season 1. So let's just start the chit chat about Prodigy. Vera,
Yeah,
you
we
caught up with
promised listeners
Prodigy?
this
No,
wasn't a Trek Talks podcast.
I have not finished Prodigy. I think I'm like halfway through. It's very good though. I mean, I'm not a huge Voyager fan, but I am a Janeway fan, so I like her as part of Prodigy. Yeah, I don't have anything really like interesting to say on the subject other than I think it's like a great show. I mean, I recommend it to anybody. I know that Star Trek's hard to get into for a lot of people. And I find that Prodigy and Lower Decks, Strange New Worlds, I think these three are like some of the greatest like entryways for new people who might have a certain thought about what Star Trek is to show that it can be something different.
And what characters are talking to you?
Oh God.
Or not talking to you?
No, I don't.
Because I had a
is,
hard time with Jankum Pog.
The thing I like about Prodigy and Lower Decks, honestly, is that I don't have to think about it too much.
Nice.
Like this was a bit of my issue with later seasons of Discovery and Picard, that is very heavy, and I just like kind of like I watch it, but I'm reading a magazine. I just let it like wash over me, and it's like, and then
Yeah, you're reading it, you're watching it, but you're playing a game on your phone. That's exactly what it is. But with Discovery and Picard, if you look away for a second, you might have missed a huge plot point or some nuance in what was going on.
Yeah, and I finish an episode and I'm just like, yeah, and that was good. And I'm done with it. I don't, with heavier shows, it's like, oh, sometimes you're like, okay, I have to like steel myself to like watch this. It's going to be heavy. They're going to get into deep themes. And I like the fact that, they do a bit, but overall it's like not too much mental energy needs to be expended on Prodigy or Lower Decks.
I would say with Prodigy, it's because the episodes are so short, it's not heavy, of course, but it's dense. I mean, it just moves. It has to move,
right?
In the 24 minutes or whatever it is. And I'm fascinated that they're able to produce such high quality stories that speak at the multiple levels, to kids and folks like us at the same time, so as well as they do in such a short amount of time, and make it look absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it is impressive. Like in 24-minute episodes, you don't really think that a show would be able to get a whole lot of plot points, and given that they have to drive the story along. But yet Prodigy has been able to consistently over and over and over get multiple storylines overlapping each other in every episode, and they're all good.
Mm-hmm.
None of them are bad. It's truly amazing.
And Vera, it'll be interesting to hear your take on the entire season once you've had a chance to finish it.
Okay.
If you're only at the midpoint, buckle up. It's great.
Yeah, we're trying not to spoil too much.
But yeah, we're really struggling. Like,
it's okay. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You can talk freely.
No. Well, do you know what? See, if it was me in your position, like, people could talk freely, because after we've talked about it, my memory is so poor that I would just forget about what we talked about, and when I eventually got round to watching the episodes, it'd be like I'd never heard of any details of them before. With Prodigy, I think I'm a bit conflicted in that when I was watching it, I wish the storyline progressed faster. Like, they got to the point, and that 20 episodes could have been condensed down to maybe a movie. But then I think back to TNG. They took 26 episodes a season to not really tell us anything. There was lots of character development, but there wasn't a beginning and end of the season. So they're doing that thing where, like Discovery does, they've got a whole season arc of a storyline, and interspersing that arc with standalone stories. And I think that's just something I just have to get used to.
Yeah, I don't think it was the number of episodes that was the problem, Joe. I think it was the fact that it took almost a year, almost an entire calendar year, just to get through the entire first season, because I think the break between episode 10 and 11 was like, wasn't it something like 6 months or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
So it was almost like watching 2 full seasons just for the entire first season there, pretty much. That kind of took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still not sure why this is one season. Just because it's one story.
We interviewed.
I think that was just a production order thing.
Oh, Aaron Welke.
Adam Wilkie, yeah, we interviewed Adam Wilkie on Galaxy Class, and he had mentioned that they'd been asked to produce or write 40 episodes, wasn't it? That had been split into 20, and then you imagine the people at CBS, whoever it is, now that whole idea of we're getting Star Trek 52 weeks a year, and we're getting like Discovery, then Picard, and Strange New Worlds, and Lower Decks, and Prodigy. They have to kind of slot them all in. When does it fit best? When will the people that watch it want to watch it during the year? So it's maybe just a discussion. Was it a mid-season cliffhanger? The first 10 episodes, then we're getting the conclusion to that.
And then they went on for like 6 months doing, I think it was Picard and Strange New Worlds, which I had no problem with. I love those shows, but they could have slot the second season in between those, or the second half of the first season in between those, in my opinion.
But then they wouldn't have like 52 episodes a year, potentially.
That is true.
Because they want people to keep their
Paramount
Plus subscription and not cancel. So they want to keep on making the money.
I mean, isn't it so great we're getting week after week new Star Trek? It still blows my mind.
I like the fact that they're pacing it more. Yeah, but I like the fact that, unlike in the 90s when we were starting to burn out on like nonstop Trek, the pace seems to be better than it was back then.
I feel just now, right now, it feels like a bit like an English hosepipe ban in the summer. Where you're not allowed, because of droughts and there's no rainfall in southern England, you're not allowed to use your hosepipe to water your garden we don't have any Star Trek. We have to wait until mid-February for, was it Picard season 3?
Yes.
Which I'm like, see if any of the tweets or anything that I'm seeing on social media are true, I'm going to feel like a teenager again.
What were your thoughts? What was everybody's thoughts on season 2? Because I was mixed, but I feel like I'm in the minority.
Of which program?
Also,
Of Picard
yeah,
season 2.
Mixed.
I was mixed also.
Really? Why mixed? Joe, why mixed, Joe?
Well, you know, season 1 I didn't like at all. Season 2 was a little bit better, so I'm going with mixed. I don't really know. I'll watch it and I'll enjoy it. My problem with season 1 of Picard was that it wasn't Captain Picard anymore. Patrick Stewart was in his 80s. He's a bit more frail, so he was acting like somebody in his hundreds. And I kind of, the teenager in me had a problem with that. Season 2, and I think it's a problem I have with New Trek, with the exception of Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds and Prodigy, is that I don't know the problem. They're trying to be, I think they're maybe trying to be too intellectual, maybe. Is that? They're trying to do, there's too much in them, and try to do too much, they don't do enough.
So, you know, I was thinking about this, and I feel like, because on All Good Things, we just talked about season 4 of Discovery, and one of the reasons why I loved it so much was because the theme of communication, which we spent 2 episodes talking about. But as I was watching and sort of speed watching that season, I'm like, that is just one thing. Like, you get the whole thing with AI and Zora and the ship, right? And then we get the whole storyline of Culber and Stamets and their adopted kids, Adira and Tal. Like, you have that story. And then there are so many different stories. Like, when we talk about when we talk about Next Gen, we have your A plot, your B plot, maybe a C plot. Now with our seasons, we're getting 5, 6 major plots all through the season. And it just feels so much, so heavy, because we're addressing all of these different themes. So I've noticed a switch in that with how stories are being told.
I have a problem with the LGBT representation in Discovery. And that it's great that there is representation, but it feels really compartmentalized, and that it's Culber and Stamets and
Adira
and the Grey, all in the one family unit. So it's like we need to,
and Reno, you know.
Yeah, it feels like they had to kind of check a diversity box on some form for CBS, and they were like, okay, we're going to have lots of LGBT representation, but we're all going to have them together, and they've clumped them together in this kind of awkward family, which is nice to see, but it just feels a bit forced to me.
I feel, had they done that in the 90s, then that would have been fresh, new, and more important. But now it's like, we just want to see, without making it be a point of, oh, here's our LGBTQ family, right? It's just more interdispersed and more matter of fact.
The interspersed thing is important.
Yeah.
I think, rather than just having they're over there. Let's put all the LGBT people over there, and let's have everybody else over here.
So there's still a bit of division that you're seeing with that. I see.
I is that just me seeing that? I'm not sure.
No, I get what you're saying. It is a lot. It's
maybe I just wish it could be more natural.
Yeah, more organic.
It's more like real life. Like,
Yeah.
Gay people do podcasts and roundtables, so we're here. We're just doing our thing. We're not all kind of sitting in a huddle at the side of the room.
I would just another angle on Picard. I'm with the majority here that it's mixed as well, but mainly because they're so fast and loose in weird ways with canon. Like to me, the whole season 2 young Guinan angle and all that happened with her, it just felt odd. The bottle business and the scream and all of that. What? Not. It's fine to develop, to deepen canon, but it was so weird. It just, I don't know. The whole series feels really disjointed to me, and I'm hoping that the common thread of Picard, maybe season 1 was his place in life, his frailty, and dealing with that, and season 2 was more his lack of personal commitment, the walls that he put up and all those reasons why that they develop in season 2. Season 3 will bring back the old gang, but I'm hoping there's something in season 3 that ties it all together, that isn't just him passing away. If they do that at the end, like, I didn't invest 5 years for that.
Yeah.
There he is.
Well, hello. We have Davey back.
I literally just rolled out of bed. I felt so bad. I'm like, oh my God, you moved this just for me as well.
Oh, Davey, you loser.
Yeah. I've been called worse.
Yeah.
Well, now we literally are around the globe. I love this.
Exactly.
So, Davey, we were talking sort of Prodigy season 1 and Picard season 2. And so tell us how you liked Prodigy and your thoughts there.
See, I think like a lot of people, I saw Prodigy as 2 seasons. I don't know if a lot of people think that. I think that. And the 1B, which I'm just in my brain calling season 2, was amazing. Like it was meant for a younger audience, but it also felt like it was made for us at the same time. So just all the references, the cameos, the callbacks, all that kind of stuff. The first half of the season was really, really good too. But yeah, I just what a wonderful little little tribute that we all got there. And I think I've spoken about this before on other shows as well. What a wonderful way to introduce the younger generation. With us sitting sort of side by side with them, like if you've got kids, you're going to bring them into it. Prodigy is the show to do it, don't you reckon?
Davey, question: are you on Telstra dial-up?
Oh, is it not working well?
It's pretty
You're
choppy.
Yeah, it's very choppy.
We don't have any video, and your audio sounds like you're coming through some kind of quantum singularity.
Allow me to try and fix that and continue talking amongst yourselves.
Yeah, realign the buffers, maybe. Attenuate the somethings.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, sort of talking about Picard season 2. Like, I love season 2 because of Girardi and that Borg story. And I sort of feel like season 2 put a nail in the coffin to the Borg story, because now, for some miraculous reason, the writers got it in their heads that we don't need the Borg to be a threat anymore. And I wanted to ask, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Has the Borg been played out, or could they, because we still have 7 of 9, could that have progressed more?
I don't think they could have progressed it any farther. But then again, there was also so many to quote Doctor Who here, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey plot points to that just make my head spin. That I don't want to look into that Borg story any more than I have to.
The Borg were played out in season 1. I don't think there's any need for that whole Borg thing in season 1.
In Picard?
Picard season 1, yeah. There was no need for it.
Oh.
And if they were going to use it, they still used it better than they did.
So did you like the Reclamation Project?
No.
Oh.
It served for me, it served no purpose.
I loved it.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I wish they would have pushed that further. Yeah.
Which way do you agree, Davey?
I agree. I loved the Reclamation Project, but what I don't like is how they gave us Hugh and then took him away from us.
Took him away. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it would have been a great way to have. Yeah, exactly. It would have been a great way to have the Borg kind of continue and grow with this new generation. By the way, am I better now?
No,
it's kind of worse. Do you have to put like 50 cents in the internet meter? To know, like, feed it.
Amy, I agree with you that they've written themselves in a nail in a coffin kind of sense, because I don't know how they would write themselves out from where they are.
Yeah.
I mean, not to go down that rabbit hole, but I don't know what to do with them now. And I mean, Confederation Borg, which is what they are, versus the Prime Timeline Borg. Nah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm just remembering the end of Picard season 2 where the Borg, I won't say it, but the Borg spaceship with the Federation fleet, and they stopped whatever portal opened up.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
That
exactly.
I mean, it was a plot to nothing.
But they stopped the explosion that killed Picard. Remember when they were trying, and then the thing explodes, and then we're like, "Oh my gosh, everyone dies." That explosion came, but now because Q sent them back in time, they were able to change the events. They recognized that Girardi was the Borg queen and was able to not have the explosion that destroyed everyone.
Mm-hmm. What explosion?
The big one from episode 1.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe I have to rewatch it. No?
Yeah. Episode 1. That was the whole explosion.
Well, you can keep on saying the whole explosion, and that's not going to help me understand.
Remember, there was the reference where how they transitioned to Picard's childhood or his dad, when in the midst of the big heated battle in the first episode, somebody, I even forget who said it, but look up, which was
that was Queen Girardi.
Because his mom said it.
She said
his mom said it in his past.
Right. Yeah.
I will say I love the look of Girardi in that first episode, but going back or going farther into the season, what was so special about Girardi that she was able to defeat being completely taken over and assimilated? And don't even get me started on Elnor.
Was Girardi maybe a bit ruthless?
But I think she was broken enough, but yet still believed in the ideals of Starfleet, that she was able to identify with the Borg Queen and that loneliness, and then to have someone in her ear. Like, I think that changed her and made her the perfect go-between between the Borg and Starfleet, and that she's gonna. I just thought it was so creative what the writers did with it.
Oh, it was creative, all right. It just doesn't make sense with canon. Like, the Borg Queen has been around for a long time.
Yeah, and there's been multiple different Borg queens. So it's a matter
That's
of
why I said that whole
interpretation.
storyline was wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Well, you mean beyond the actresses?
Well, yeah, I mean the Borg queen.
Yeah.
I don't think there is just one the Borg queen.
Right.
Yeah.
It just.
Yeah, they'll just grow a new Borg queen if one dies. It's like a beehive. There'll be multiple hives, and
yeah, that's sort of how I look at it.
yeah.
Season 2 felt like a water slide where you're like all over the place. You're going forward, but weird.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good analogy.
Yeah. Have there been? I mean, I know that there's been multiple directors, but have there been interviews with the Picard writers the way that there have been with Prodigy and the other shows?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because I'd love to hear some of their, like, engage with them in a dialogue and hear some of this.
To ask what they were thinking?
I
mean, I wouldn't say that out loud.
That's why I'm not an interviewer.
Yeah, don't say it with that tone. Say, so what were you thinking when you did this?
No, with the Scottish tone, it'll always sound better.
Take us on your journey when you were writing
right.
it. Take us along with you.
I know Christos is really in tune with Terry Matalas. He's the showrunner for Picard, so I sort of wish he was here to give us more. But
Is Michael Chabon? Is he still involved with Picard? Because he was a big wig, wasn't he?
I think he stepped down and Matalas took over, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jim.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, part of my issue with Picard a little was that it was like his ancestor. I have this problem with the Star Wars saga too. Like, everybody doesn't have to be from the same family. Like, special people can come from anywhere or nowhere. So as soon as it was interesting, but I was like a little bit. It's not making me care more because it's his family, and not everybody in a family all has to be, great or the first or the best, or even in the same line of work.
Mm-hmm.
It probably served to make you care a bit less. Just because you were like, oh, I roll, it's another Picard.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Because I suppose in real life, there's so many stories about kind of working class families, and then their first child is the first to go to university or college,
right?
When they came from really underprivileged backgrounds. Yeah, I hear that lots and lots and lots. I was the first. I was the first in my family to go to university because I grew up in a working class family. My dad was in shipbuilding and my mum was a stay-at-home mum before she went back to university eventually. So I get your point, Vera. Special people and heroes can come from, or probably do more than likely come from, everywhere as opposed to just one specific lineage.
Right.
So what do we think is going to happen with Picard season 3? Going back, Jim, to what you were saying, and with those sort of, was it Matt? The themes of season 1 and then season 2 where Picard's not engaging because he builds up the walls. So I think going off of what you said, season 3, he's going to really accept everyone as his family, and we're going to get that conclusion that he's worked through all these 35 years and these 3 seasons to finally accept, hopefully Beverly, but have his Trek family.
I saw a rumor that season 3 was going to reunite the DS9 and Voyager casts. like everybody from that kind of first golden age of Star Trek. So that really excited me, but it was a random internet rumor, so I don't know how much of that is true. But mostly I'm really excited about seeing the TNG crew all back together at the same time, and maybe Australia getting broadband.
Nope, it's still dial up.
It's still dial up. Oh, Davey.
Maybe he'll hug all the kids on Captain Picard Day now.
Yeah. Maybe.
But to your point, as cool as that will be to see, that will also feel strange to us to a point.
It's gonna be the end, right?
Yeah.
It's another nail in the coffin if that happens.
Yeah.
We know it's going to be fan service.
The rumors, though, who knows? Because he is open to continuing.
Yeah, that's what Patrick Stewart says. He's like, I'd be open for another one. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
when I saw that headline, I was like, yes!
I know.
We need to brainstorm how we mobilize, in this day and age to make that happen.
Although I can't imagine how they would continue to do it, since Patrick Stewart, just based on his age, would have to have a reduced role.
Yeah. Christos had an interesting.
He's only 80 something.
Yeah.
He's going to be 84 or 85.
Is that old?
I mean,
no, he can't do the workload he did 30 or 40 years ago.
Do a show, yeah.
What, Betty White?
Yeah.
Let's not put that out in the universe. But Christos, I think, on one of the other pods had an observation that the older an actor gets, it's that much more expensive to insure them.
Right.
And I'm like, I'd never thought about that, but it makes total sense.
Neither have I.
Yeah. That would be on What's the Tea, Bev?
Okay. What was that, Vera?
No, I said that's I never thought of that either, that obviously all the actors have to be insured, and the older they are.
That might explain why Shatner gets all of his money from convention appearances nowadays, pretty much.
Yeah. Wow.
I know that it will be amazing to see Beverly get her time in the spotlight. Mm-hmm. But I hope that, we get more of Geordi than just his kids. Right. And Troy. We just got a taste of her in season 1, I hope they all have sufficient development.
As far as the Geordi thing goes, I'm really hoping, and I know I've probably said this before on previous podcasts, I'm really hoping they don't go the easy route when it comes to his wife and having it be Leia Brahms. Like, I really don't want that to happen.
I doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want no damn Coco Nonos on the beach.
Wait. You stumped us, Joe.
The holodeck
was the holodeck program.
Yeah,
and he was having a date with some other officer on the Enterprise. And
was it Nilsson? No.
No, it was Christie
something. Yeah,
that's
Christie. I remember right.
Christie.
That's
impressive. And I got some Coco Nonos, and I'm like,
yes.
It was just
Lieutenant.
It was awkward. It was awkward, wasn't it?
But that's most of his scenes with women.
Yes.
All of Geordi's love life scenes were very awkward.
Yeah. So they can't possibly do that because we've seen him as captain of, was it the Challenger?
Yes.
In Voyager. He was a captain.
Yes, that was in a possible alternate future.
Yes. So he has to have maybe matured and found his lobster, possibly. I don't know.
I mean, you'd hope in 35 years.
If Girardi can meld with the Borg Queen, anything's possible.
I'm hoping that's the position he currently holds now, the captain of the Challenger.
But at that time, cannons, that'd be nice. I would like that. But in the Picard prequel
Christie, I'm sorry. It was bugging me. Christie Henshaw.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's
Oh,
right.
I'm so sorry. I was in my mind and I was trying to grasp it and I totally forgot. Good job, Jim. Sorry.
I also said it. So
This is not Trexperts, gentlemen.
no, true.
No, that's
Amy?
classic. That's classic Joe behavior. Whenever
Yes,
I
thank you.
test him on trivia.
Classic Joe behavior,
Exactly.
like you've monitored my behavior. That's weird.
I guess Davey gave up.
Yeah, if we're talking about Trexperts, just know that if it was between me and Amy, I would win. But moving on from that point, can't remember what I was saying about that. Yeah, in the Picard prequel novel comics.
Oh yeah.
Geordie is in charge of the Utopia Planitia fleet yards, isn't he? And he avoids being destroyed by the synths.
Right.
So in terms of being captain of the Challenger, I don't know how that would fit.
Yeah.
Now, do you
Siska
think
went from
Joe-
being Utopia Planitia, whatever, to being on Deep Space Nine, so you never know.
True.
So, Joe, you had said that you heard that it might be the Voyager, some Voyager crew, and some Deep Space Nine also in this season. There was that trilogy of books about like the Time Eaters, like the Universe Eaters.
Okay.
I'm forgetting like the name of like the trilogy series overall, but like it brought in people from Deep Space Nine. So I mean that would be ambitious if that's how they want to go in season 3.
I think
but
what they
I would
meant
be
by
here for it.
Voyager and Deep Space Nine people on there was 7 of 9 and Worf.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Vera, I
man.
hope they don't go that route because that ended everything. It ended the universe.
Oh, great, Vera.
But sometimes it's not, you have a big ending and then you can tell new stories.
Yeah, I definitely am very curious on how or what they're going to do with Worf. Like he's sort of the, behind, we haven't heard anything. It's going to be more Beverly. Geordie's got daughters. Like everyone's got something. And what do we know about Worf? He doesn't want to fight.
He's a pacifist, and that's
right.
about it.
Yeah,
gray hair.
I need to see more of that.
Other than he looks very, very regal in his old age.
Yeah.
He looks great.
I guess it's it must be a very interesting fine line for the writers between what feels like natural growth, like Riker and Troy in their little cabin in the woods, and even the pizza thing. It felt so right.
Mm-hmm.
But younger Guinan and it didn't feel right. And I really hope that everybody else feels right in where they get to go. Yeah.
I think maybe if they'd used like de-aged Whoopi Goldberg, that would have felt more right. Because they're getting pretty good at de-aging people nowadays. Because we saw
I think they did look into that. The problem was it would have cost too much money than what they had available.
Well, they've done it in a bunch of stuff. They did it in in Star Wars with the thingamajiggery person and the other person.
I think they used all their money on that for de-aging John Delancey.
Which was fabulous. He looked great.
But they didn't use any money in de-aging Brent Spiner for Data.
No, none.
Because that was
But would they have even had to de-age her that much? Because Whoopi Goldberg was Guinan, and then she was also Guinan in like the 1800s, and she was just her, and you could just say, I don't know, age very slowly. So like, couldn't they have just like put a filter on her face? You know what I mean? Like you don't even have to really de-age her like in The Irishman with Robert De Niro. Like you probably still could have had her look kind of the same and explain it away. Like,
I suppose like kind of like white. I can't. Being sensitive about what I'm saying. White people age like
terribly,
really badly.
Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg.
There is that phrase
so quickly. Yes.
Black don't crack.
That's what I was trying to avoid saying. I don't know.
I'll say it.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that, Amy, because
I am.
I am. Okay.
Compliment.
I know, but
I know.
sometimes you say stuff on a podcast and
Yeah.
people get offended, don't they? But yeah, so you're right, Vera. They could just have Whoopi Goldberg playing a young Whoopi Goldberg, and we've already set the precedent of her playing the Mark Twain version.
See, I think she's now falling into the same thing that Brent Spiner has complained about. It's like Data doesn't age, and Guinan lives for 900 years, so
That's
she
true.
shouldn't be aging as well. So yeah, I get the point that it's like, yeah, we could just see her, but she would need a little de-aging because
as much as we love Whoopi Goldberg, you can kind of see the physical difference in her age today compared to 1992 or whatever it was.
True.
Vaseline on the camera lens.
The Carrie Lake
Covers up
filter.
everything. Yes.
All right. Anything else? I'm gonna wrap this up.
What else is there to talk about, Amy?
Well, is anyone looking forward to the new season of Strange New Worlds?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yes.
I didn't
And
know there
Lower
was a
Deck.
new season, so this is exciting. Cause I said things I we binged during the Christmas vacation was what did we watch? Welcome to Chippendales.
Somebody just recommended that to me.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's basically about the guy. He was an Indian immigrant, moved to LA and wanted to start a business and become kind of rich. So he started a backgammon club, and then it didn't really take off as he thought it would. But then he went to a strip club, and then thought, why don't I do this for women? So started the Chippendales.
Wow.
But it's really dark and seedy, and there was like
a murder or something behind it too, if I remember the headlines right.
Yeah, the guy that started the Chippendales was in prison for a while. That and Fleischman is in trouble. Have you seen that? Anybody?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Claire Danes is great in it though.
Oh, Claire Danes! I cried at Claire Danes' performance in some parts. It was just so powerful. Jesse Eisenberg, Claire Danes, Josh Stamberg, bunch of other people that you'll recognise. Really, really good. Based on a book. First half is one side of a divorce. The second half is the other side of the divorce. And your opinion changes completely. Mm-hmm. You're only getting half of the story for the first half of the series, and then you get the other half and you go, okay, I judged too quickly. So interesting. We're watching Abbott Elementary, which is really fun, just because it's so stupid. I don't get all the Philly references, obviously, because
no one else could. It's literally written for my city.
Was it the Baltimore pizza?
Oh yeah, Greg said he preferred Baltimore pizza.
He wants a Baltimore pizza, but it's just really crispy but wet. They take it out and it's just like this mess. It's just a disgusting kind of tomato sauce mess of a pizza. It made me laugh. I think that's pretty much it for our holiday watches.
I binged The Good Fight thanks to Joe's recommendation.
You did The Good Fight.
All seasons, man. That was so much fun to watch. I kept texting Joe. I'm like, I don't like this. I love this.
Yes, Christine Baranski is just so awesome.
So yes, I love seeing these older women that are my age and strong, powerful, like sensible roles and smart looking. Oh, I loved every single one of her outfits. And I also finished the autobiography of Captain Janeway. Just finished that on
audio.
Yep.
Wasn't it great?
Yes, I just loved hearing her voice.
Was it an abridged version or an unabridged version?
Joe, it's Joe's Audible account, so whatever Joe had.
I have no idea. I've not listened to it myself.
It's wonderful. Highly
whatever's on Audible.
She reads it. She's the one that does the.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hait Mulgrew
Read
reads it.
by the actual Captain Janeway. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the physical hardcover paperback version. So
Yeah, and I was given that as a trilogy, the 3 captain autobiographies, the Kirk, Picard, and Janeway.
technically 4 if you want to include Spock.
Oh, yeah.
Has anyone listened to there was the radio play that was Rafi and 7 a couple months back?
I have not.
No.
It's very good. Is
that on Audible?
It should be, yes.
Okay, Joe.
Yeah.
Did you write that down?
I forget what it's called, but it's out there. And
I have to wait until next month until I get another credit.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Did you want that telescope part? No.
Oh, Joe, actually, in your Audible account, you can check and see if you can return ones that you've already read. You'll get a credit back.
No, but then the
Really?
artist...
You can't do it all the time.
Yeah, but the artist doesn't get the revenue for that, and I've already listened to it. It's a bit like stealing a book.
Oh, that I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? That doesn't seem right.
Who?
You, Joe. That the artist won't get the money, that they actually delete the money?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, if you ask for a refund of a book, that they don't get that money. Because how are Amazon going to make their money back on it? So they take the revenue back off the artist or the author.
I think they only make it on the original purchase, not on like returns or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Anyway, no, but there's another one, another Christos recommendation. The Gates McFadden narrates a smaller novel called Reunion. It came out like 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I've got that
book.
Hardback.
That was really good. I enjoyed that.
Hmm.
That was a great Stargazer side story.
My favorite Star Trek. I don't listen to Star Trek audiobooks because anytime I listen, I just don't like them for some reason. I don't know why. But my favorite by far is there was an anthology. There was a TOS, TNG, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager, and there was some evil, fear-inducing species that was coming through kind of rips in space-time called was it the Furies or something? I can't remember the name of the book, but I was totally gripped by it. Hold on. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to find the name of the book.
Have you guys ever talked about
We're only still recording, Joe.
Have you guys ever talked about the Coda series that came out of the last books?
So the person that I know that reads like most of the books are Christos, and it's a little before your time. Justin Oser, he's like the main person that I know that reads books and remembers what he reads.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I've heard the name. It's been talked a lot, but I've not read.
Yeah, I fell away from the books for a long time, like probably at least a decade. And then during COVID,
picked them back up again.
Picked them back up, yeah. And I never did read that. Yeah.
Star Trek Invasion. So we've got Star Trek First Strike by Diane Carey, which is...
Oh, I read those books back in the day. They were good.
I loved them. The Soldiers of Fear by Dean Wesley Smith and Christine Catherine Rush, and that's a TNG one. Deep Space Nine is Times Any by Ellie Graf, and the Voyager one's The Final Fury by David Abhue.
And the Voyager one was kind of a crossover with the TNG one, if I remember right.
Oh, it's been decades since I read it, but I was hooked. But I think because it was the golden age of Star Trek at the time, and it was all four, and kind of they all tied in to each other.
Oh yeah, that was back in the day when they made like 12 of those books a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My other favorite book at the moment is the orchestral score for the motion picture.
That's the actual score?
It's the actual score. I got it for Christmas. It's the actual score for the entire movie.
I wish I could read music.
It's just so... Yeah.
This is
It's
why
fun.
we're doing our music
Music,
series
yes.
on
I am
Galaxy
learning
Class.
lots about orchestral scoring.
Amy, I'm sorry, Joe.
No, on you go.
On the books, Amy, are you just don't, or you're just cherry pick?
So yeah, my New Year's goal is to read more. So
Mhm.
I'm very happy I have finished a book already. So yeah, I do want to read more. So yeah, as you keep talking, I'm writing these things.
Well,
Wow.
what you should do there, if you can Google it, and then I would download a copy of it in high resolution. Someone who deserves an award created a Star Trek novel flowchart by series, and it will show which ones, chronologically come directly after each other, which ones tangentially cross.
Oh wow.
It's very impressive, and it will help you with because it only goes back maybe 15 years,
Mhm.
but the novels have been around for more than 30.
Oh yeah.
Way longer than that. But it's really, really good. And
Someone made a flowchart of the novels?
yes, the Star Trek novel flowchart. It's very, very.
Wow.
It's impressive.
Where is this? I'm gonna have to find this.
Google. It's on a website somewhere. Yeah, but flowchart, all one word. Yeah, but the novel, I'm sure Christos has recommended this. I know he was into it. The current Una McCormick book, Second Self.
Yes.
The Picard book.
Uh-huh.
No, is it a Picard book? No. It is. It's Rafi.
Yeah, it is.
Rafi backstory.
Yep.
If you decide to read that, there's very close ties to. There's a little mini Star Trek Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, maybe even Voyager, a Section 31 specific series that weaves through, and it ends up involving Garrick in a way that reading Second Self soon thereafter, it's a beautiful bookend. Like they fit really well, even though they're done by different authors.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, guys. I am gonna end this. So I just really wanted to thank you so much for coming on, Matt, Vera, Jim, and Joe. Now, listeners, if you would like to join in on the next Hive Mind
Don't forget
discussion-
Davey. He was on here too for.
Oh, yes, and Davey.
Sorry.
Thank you. Yes. Cannot forget Davey and our newest host. Please visit patreon.com/BQN and pledge your support of $10 or more. And if you'd like to get early access to discussions like this, as well as It's Green, hosted by Mark White, and Amy's Math Moment, which I'm planning to record another one, please go ahead and get us there on patreon.com. As always, we appreciate everyone's patronage and time. And thank you for joining the Hive Mind for this January edition. Goodbye!
Bye.